Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Now, Pokemon themselves have just posted about Pokemon Pokopia for the first time since they revealed the game and the trailer in the most recent Nintendo Direct. So this is kind of a pretty big milestone, I would say. Now, the screenshot they include is a familiar screenshot. We have seen it as part of the trailer, but they do include some information that kind of confirms some things or maybe reinforces some thoughts we've been having about the game. So we're going to go over that here today. Now, jumping straight in, they say, and I quote, "Do you want to build the big house of your dreams? Or maybe invite Pokemon or other players to visit? You can in Pokemon Pokopia." Now, it's a very short sentence, but actually there's a little bit to dissect here. Now, the first sentence, "Do you want to build your big house of your dreams?" Well, we kind of knew that they would be building a big house. We see it in the trailer. We also see a Pokemon Center. Now, that's kind of obvious. The bit that really surprised me here is they kind of reiterating the multiplayer and give us a little bit of clue about the Pokemon. So it says, or maybe invite Pokemon or other players to visit. So first off, other players to visit, that pretty much confirms online multiplayer. We weren't sure just from the trailer whether it was local co-op or anything like that, you know, where you pass a controller or a Joy-Con to a friend or someone else in the room, or if it was going to be just local multiplayer. But it does seem, with the wording they chose, or maybe invite other players, kind of confirms multiplayer for me, online multiplayer. So even though it doesn't strictly confirm it, I would say with the words they chose, it really reinforces that for me. And also, they say maybe invite Pokemon. So it's looking like in the big house that we build in Pokemon Pokopia, we get to choose which Pokemon come in and we literally invite them into the house and they can kind of go about their business inside the house. So I don't think it's like we're going to be building a house for every single Pokemon. I think we're building a house for ourselves and we can invite the Pokemon in, presumably ones we've seen out and about in Pokopia, ones we've encountered and ones that we've maybe captured or we use around the island. We can invite those ones in. So I thought that was really cool to get a little bit of more detail or maybe have them reiterate something we've kind of been speculating about. We weren't too sure what the situation with multiplayer was. I think this kind of confirms that, although we still have to take things with a pinch of salt. And also it gives us a little bit of insight about the Pokemon that are in the building, in the house, and the fact that we've chosen those ones to come in from the outside into our house. So just a little bit of information there. I think we're going to get scrapes of information like this over the coming months as it releases sometime in spring 2026. So we've got a little while to wait. So we're going to have to feed off of these little bits of information. So whilst I think it's obvious the Pokemon we invite in will be our own Pokemon from the island, it's nice to have that confirmation about multiplayer. So let me know in the comments, do you think this also confirms that multiplayer aspect? So there we have it, just a tiny piece of news, but very much welcomed as we eagerly await more info about this awesome looking game. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe!